Okay, in the next learning objective, we're going to talk more about energy as we talk about an energy holding compound, a chemical that we can use as a source of energy, a chemical that the cell uses as its energy currency, called ATP. ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate, is the energy currency, or the cash in the energy economy of cells. What do we mean by that, and how does it work? Well, ATP is not some magic way that energy is held. Instead, ATP is considered an energy-containing molecule because breaking it down releases energy. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. This complicated part of the molecule here is called adenosine, and there are 1, 2, 3 phosphates next to each other, so that makes it adenosine monoditriphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, has these phosphates next to each other with their negative charges. That's not very happy. They would like to be away from each other. The negative charges repel each other. If we hydrolyze by introducing a water molecule, hydrolyze one of these phosphates, break it off, then we get ADP, adenosine diphosphate, adenosine monodiphosphate, plus phosphate and energy. Energy is released. This is a very favorable reaction that releases a lot of energy, and so the ATP is seen as sort of a source of energy. Now, we can couple favorable reactions and unfavorable reactions in a way that we will talk about later. That means we can couple things that release energy with things that require energy to make both of them happen at the same time. For instance, something unfavorable like lifting a 5 kilogram weight. Will a 5 kilogram weight just spontaneously rise from the ground? Of course it won't. That's an unfavorable, energy requiring, non-spontaneous thing for 5 kilograms to go up. What about 20 kilograms falling? Well, that's favorable. Anytime you have 20 kilograms that isn't on the floor already or sitting on something, if you have just 20 kilograms in the air, it will fall. That is favorable, spontaneous, and energy releasing. Now, what if you could couple this falling to the rising of the 5 kilogram weight? So you couple one of these processes, the favorable process, with the unfavorable process. Couple the favorable falling of the 20 kilogram weight. Using a pulley, you couple it to the lifting, the rising of the 5 kilogram weight. If they're coupled, both things will happen. The favorable and the unfavorable thing will happen together. Notice that the favorable thing has to be more favorable than the unfavorable thing is unfavorable. Could we lift a 20-pound weight by dropping a 20 kilogram weight by dropping a 5 kilogram weight? Of course not, because we only get a certain amount of energy after dropping a 5 kilogram weight, and it's not enough energy to lift a 20 kilogram one. But if we drop something heavier, then it can lift something lighter. If we do a favorable thing, as long as it's more favorable, then we can get an unfavorable thing to happen as well. Now, ATP is the most frequently coupled favorable ATP hydrolysis that we saw back here. ATP being broken down is the most frequently coupled favorable reaction in cells. So that means that ATP is the energy currency of the cells. Dollars are called currency in the financial economy because they're the most frequently exchanged things of value. We all recognize the value of a dollar. Yeah, we all agree that the value of the dollar is going down, but it has value. Everybody wants one, or more than one. ATP is recognized by a bunch of processes in the cell as the favorable thing, the thing that you can get some energy from by hydrolyzing it. So we call ATP the energy currency of the cell. It's like money.